Hey guys, today I'm going to talk you through my toolbox setup that I use for racing and travel. So let's just get started. So this is a Pelican 1560 case. It comes pretty much empty, or you can start it with foam. So this is how it looks like when I open it up. And if you notice right here, I got the special Pelican specific bolt-on case with fabric pouches. I have a little CO2 inflator, some Sharpies. This is actually a 3D printed dipstick tube checker, so you can check the tubeless sealant inside of your tires once you take the valve core out. Got some extra grips, a toothbrush, I keep a lighter, zip ties, a small ruler, patches, and extra blades, and some sandpaper. This side is my brakes kit, pretty much, so I keep a full bleed kit in here with the syringes for Shimano. I pretty much only run Shimano. Here we got some extra tubes. These are spacers for my Fox, both front and back. Changes the tokens. And here I keep tape. So I got hockey tape, electrical tape. I also got Teflon tape, duct tape, and grip tape for putting it on the shifters. And keep small parts in this little box right here. So I'll usually keep all my headset spacers and derailleurs and water bottle bolts and hangers and things like that. I got a straight edge aluminum ruler in there, a pack of zip ties, and I have some like chain guides and other stuff like that I use for my bike. So that all lives in this pouch right here. And the first layer, before I get started, I usually try to keep my hands clean nowadays. So I actually found these Gorilla Grip gloves. They're paper thin. They're basically like a second skin, and they actually have really grippy surface. It's not like those latex gloves that are slipping around. These are, I think, $4 at Home Depot. Really awesome. So my first layer of tools, I keep all the things that I use most frequently. So I have a set of Allens. These are Pedros. I have a utility knife. This is a really cool thing. It's called a Wera. They're a German company that makes screwdrivers, but it pops out and you actually have all these different bits in here. So I really like that because I don't have to carry a bunch of screwdrivers. I have one small one for small bolts on like Shimano products, and that's a small Phillips. And this one is a kind of a dirty, like do-it-all flip head. I got it from an old car, came with the kit. But essentially I can use this to like clean derailleurs, pulleys, and things like that. I got a box set of Park Tool Torx wrenches, also a box set of Allens in case I want to do a quick adjustment. This is a Effetto Mariposa torque wrench. It goes from 2 to 16 nanometers. I use this one pretty much for all of my hardware, and these are the extensions for it. So this is like a 5 mil, 4 mil. These are the common ones of Torx, and I keep extra bits right here. This is a Craftsman Ratchet wrench. So I use this a lot to install things like, or take my suspension apart, extensions and things like that. Scissors, and I have a disc brake straightening tool. I actually just 3D printed this at home. Tire levers. This is what I use to take my top cap off my Fox 36 on my Bronson. And then I got some nail clippers. This is an air pressure gauge from SKS. Same one Aaron Gwynn uses, so I'm sure it's accurate enough. Spoke wrench, digital pump, and I also keep a chain checker to make sure that I'm not replacing my chain too late. So that's layer 1. Boom. Layer 2. So in layer 2, I keep a set of Knipex pliers. This has kind of become the norm now for a lot of the EWS and pro mechanics. So this is essentially a crescent wrench that can adjust to any size. It's flat, and at the same time, you can grip it down so there's no slippage like in traditional crescent wrenches. This is a vice grip, super useful. I use it for so many things. I keep my cable cutters right here. Knipex pliers, these are the ones with a little bit of grip, so that way you kind of don't slip on small delicate tasks. There's an 8 mil wrench. I use this for doing my disc brakes. A pair of surgical titanium tweezers. These are really useful for pulling out small things. And I have a analog gauge actually for caliper because I don't want to depend on batteries when I'm out in the race scene. I got a set of blades here. This is an Exacto Knife. These are small screwdrivers for when you need those really delicate tasks like fixing the hinges on your sunglasses or things like that. And this is a grease gun right here. And this is kind of like open space. I can work on it, put parts without losing them because they stay inside the bucket. And also I can expand it to more tools later. Layer 2. This is layer 3. So I have a bottom bracket wrench in here. Pull this thing out. So this is all of my least frequently used tools. Also, they're kind of heavy by nature. So let's see if we can get this out a little bit better. So essentially right here we have a pair of pipe cutters. These are really great for cutting any type of aluminum surface. They're not for carbon, so that's something to keep in mind. I have a hacksaw. Use this countless times to chop seat posts, chop handlebars, especially if they're carbon. I have a carbon Park Tool blade. This is a file. I have a small hammer. I have a derailleur hanger gauge from hanger alignment tool from Abbey. These are things like bottom bracket, sockets, and things like that, and they all go with my Craftsman ratchet, so I don't have to carry a bunch of large handled tools. Here we have cone wrenches, and that's for tightening hubs and bearings, things like that. Cassette tool, chain tool, that's pretty much it. And I actually have an old crank puller for square taper bottom brackets. I actually have ended up using this for someone else. So if you look inside here, so inside here I have some tidbits. So I have essentially derailleur cables, some sandpaper, some stickers, spare tube material that turns out to be really useful a lot for me, and a scraper, which you know, when you're taking residue off or getting things off, you don't want to scratch your frame, but you also don't want to use your nails all the time. So this one's made by GSI Outdoors. Get it at REI for like a couple bucks. It has a plastic soft side and then a rubbery silicone soft side. It's actually made for cleaning dishes. And I also keep a chain whip. This is a super small flat chain whip made by Park Tool. It also has a pedal wrench on this side, just in case. So that's it. Hope you guys find it useful.